Hello again. I am back for another episode on the realm. I don't know how much interest you guys. Oh, I see you guys. My channel has 8 total views. I don't actually know the average watch time because I didn't look into that. I can look at that though in a bit. Let's see. There we go. Um, pickaxe broke. Okay. That can be fixed. But oh shit. Hey. Um, but yeah, I I've been learning a couple things while I was away. But basically, I am really happy right now because my channel is 8 views, man. I say 8 views, like fucking 4 of them are mine. Nice, diamonds. Awesome. And iron. Even better. I can't believe I just said that. Nah, it's cause but basically I've been reading some shit. Actually no. I watched a recent Atriarch video and he's talking about desperate situation China's getting in. And basically China's about to not be a worry because they're just having a real bad time. They are I don't know why that that thing always happens while I'm recording, but it always happens. So I do apologize. It happens like every time, like fucking a little bit after 2 minutes in the recording. So it's gonna have to be something that's a little inconsistent until I figure out how to get rid of it. But today's topic, I stated it last time, is going to be my favorite car in the world, the gr86. And basically, the reason why it's my favorite car in the world is because it's got a bunch of things going for it right now. It's got a cheap price, of course. It's the very base is, if I remember correctly, $27,500. And of course that's MSRP, so it's going to be more expensive than that because the world hates you and doesn't want you to succeed. But I do apologize, I'm a little congested right now. I am recording this much later than I wanted to. It's currently like 3 in the morning? 5 in the morning. Holy moly, it's been a couple hours. Currently 5 in the morning because the power went out. Hi! But, basically, it has an MSRP of $27,000. It's a direct upgrade of the GT86, which I do greatly like. I greatly like the GT86 for a lot of the similar reasons, but also because it's kind of a parts bin special. And of sorts, like the headlights weren't made especially for the GT86, and so because it existed beforehand, it basically had access to an immediate aftermarket whenever it came to a few things like that, because it came out with what you might call pre-installable upgrade. Not to say that obviously the fucking original headlights were any bad. Now granted, biggest downside was its lack of power. Of course, there's torque dip, other such things, and the gr86 gets rid of that. But in return, ooh, this calcite. That's the name of this. Nice. Alright, let's look through this, huh? But Alright, okay. We're good on this side. But, on the other hand, it's no longer a, vehicle that entirely relies on, pre-existing parts that granted it an immediate aftermarket. Which is always a shame, but you know what? If that's the worst thing it's done, then it's not doing that bad, you know? It's so strange that these glow. It always throws me off. But, damn. I'll have to come back here then at some point for these to grow. Maybe like AFK here. But, there we go. Let's get rid of the bow. We can increase this guy's durability. But you know, it's one of the last rear-wheel drive, good power fucking manual sports cars. And while I'm not the biggest fan of manual, I can't believe I'm about to say this, I think it's a little bit overrated. I do. I think that paddle shifters are perfectly fine, and that there's a reason why they took over long ago. But I also think that anything that comes with a manual transmission is immediately a better car because of it, if it grants you the choice. Because realistically, I love having the freedom to be able to choose. Now, obviously, people who don't want to choose might think otherwise. They might just be like, dude, just give me a fucking automatic. But the thing is that they just don't care. The sad thing about that is that because they don't care, they're gonna probably go for automatic. And while that inherently is not a bad thing, it does mean that the market's going to skew in their favor because they're a more general buyer that's not, they don't care about the product itself, they care about what the product provides for them. And what the product provides for them is a means of transportation, right? And that's always a shame. But, alright, let's pop one right here. I'm running low on torches. Do I have any coal? I do not. I hear shit, man. Alright, god darn. Alright. Hi. Scared me for a second. But, yeah, episode 2 already. Oh, fucking Minecraft Soothing Sounds playlist. That really threw me off. I was like, why the fuck am I hearing a parrot? I gotta get a fucking background sounds playlist legitimately for this shit. Because that scared the shit out of me. I believe the next one's like underwater theme, so there's that. There you are. Hello. But hey, level 20. Let's check out up here. Alright, I'll have to go back and get some more torches. I turn it. No, go up there. Oh, whatever. Alright, let's try to find a way back up. But, Hmm. Hello. Whew. But yeah, so I really like the gr86. I like the gr86 because it's incredibly light. It's just got a really good fucking mixture of shit. It's an incredibly well handling vehicle. It basically just shoots above its pay grade, and I greatly appreciate that. Um, I think that I absolutely love the new Toronto trim. If you guys haven't heard about it, they took the AE86's Toronto trim, I guess. I mean, I still don't know too much about the AE86, but I do know that the one that's famous in Initial D, right? The fucking one with the black stripe and such. Of course, not necessarily the Japanese writing, because that was like that said like something like tofu delivery or something in the anime. But to my recalling, if I recall correctly, that was an actual trim of the cars. They would come with that. And they basically, it's just a suspension upgrade. It changes the handling physics, which is always nice. I'm just gonna keep on exploring these caves so I try to find a way out. There we go. Alright. But, right. But, yeah, the bump horsepower increase is always nice. Is that? It's copper. I'm good. It's always been a tuner monster. Again, it's a fucking car. Basically, two enemies out about it now. There's obviously Initial D and then there's MF Ghost, although I heard that MF Ghost isn't that good. To be fair, I haven't seen it, so I can't actually make a comment on its quality, of course. And, it's... Toyota's really just been hitting it out of the park. They've been hitting it at every, like, price point, right? Because when you go to, sports cars that, when tuned up can kind of compete with supercars, we're talking, you know, Supra, fucking Z's, that kind of shit. Fucking even Porsches to an extent, but I'm not a Porsche fanboy, so I don't know shit about Porsche. Yeah. But, I just think it's cool, man. I just think it's a genuinely cool car, and it's one of the best ones that are being produced. You look at the warranty that's being provided with it, and it's literally so good that, like, dealerships, like, try to fucking get out of it. For a $27,000 car, you can get a, fucking warranty that supports you track driving your vehicle. You know? Or supports track use and fucking whenever, because it's a Boxer, that oil pan starts betraying you a bit, they'll, and if you actually haven't heard too much about the oil pan, more so about the RVT, because whenever you, replace the oil pan, you check, and you're, like, rebuilding the engine just to make sure it's fucking good. If you do it by a Subaru certified dealer? No, shop. And they ruin it with RVT, then they, apparently, depending on who you go to, of course, will fix it. They'll fucking take care of that shit for you, man. And I think that's genuinely cool. Now, of course, I get that this is such a, conundrum that they, at some points, were refusing to do it. They were fucking outright like fucking fuck no, we won't do that. But I just think it's cool. And it competes with the ND2 Miata, which I guess is just like the modern Miata, right? Which is always cool. It's always nice to have competition, and realistically, I think it's better than the S2000. Because, simply put, the S2000 is simply too track focused, right? And those engines are going to start aging pretty soon. I say pretty soon, they already are, but it's not that bad. It's going to be bad whenever, sorry guys, I know I sound like a mouth breather like this. The fucking mic's probably picking it up really too. I'm just so congested right now. But, you know, I don't think the S2000 is going to be king for too long. For one, it's not very aerodynamic at all. The gr86 and the ND2 Miata are a bit more aerodynamic. Don't get me wrong, the S2000 is certainly a wonderful vehicle, and most certainly deserves any praise it can get. It is an absolutely wonderfully creative vehicle. But the problem is that because it's still scarce, right? They're not being made anymore. They were already made in a somewhat limited number, and simply put, they're competing with the same prices as an S2000, but you're not, as an S2000. The S2000s are competing as the same prices as gr86s and the Miatas, but they're not new. And it does kind of hurt to say that. But simply put, new cars are fucking expensive for a reason, right? Fucking, it's a guaranteed quality. Even if you don't get a warranty, it's a guaranteed quality, because if that, excuse me, if that guaranteed quality wasn't there, no one would buy it, right? That's the whole point of all these cars having warranties and shit. You make it good to begin with, you don't need the warranty. Fucking, in a good car, you don't need a warranty. But they still provide one anyways. Make money off of you. Which, if it's a truly good car, I mean, at that point, what does it really matter? But, nah, I just think that it's cool. The GR Corolla is really fucking cool, too. I'm not really, too much of a hatchback guy, but it's really fucking cool. The fucking electric differential allowing for different, ratios of front to rear wheel drive, power application is really fucking cool in my opinion. The idea that, I don't know, it's always nice to see a competitor enter, right? And another thing about the S2000 is that the ND2 Miata is a fucking race car, dude. Like, it has a racing series. Now, granted, it's not gonna always be race spec, because they also gotta sell it to fucking a little bit more general consumers. And so it's tiding that middle ground, but it's constantly improving. The ND2 Miata, at its start versus at its end, is very different. And same thing with the Toyota GT86. The GT86 started off with like 196 horsepower, I think, in 2013, more or less. Like, there's obviously Scion FRS existed before that and whatnot, but I think it transferred over in like 2013, 2011, something along those lines. And it's been improving ever since. You might be able to say that the gr86 was a 30 horsepower bump. It wasn't. It was more like a 15 or 20 horsepower bump, if I remember correctly. Because by the end of it, by like fucking 2019, 2020, the GT86 was pushing like 213, 215 horsepower, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on those numbers, but I do remember that they were fucking tuning it up too. And while I will say the GT86 was certainly worse than the S2000, GT86 was not a car worth having unless you were going to do work on it for the most part. And granted, it was a great fucking buildable car, like fucking tuner car kind of thing. Not buildable, obviously, like it's not a fucking kit car, but you know what I mean. It's just from what I've heard, a fucking wonderful car to work with and a fucking dream car of mine. I would love to have a gr86 or a GT86, preferably gr86. I like those a little bit more, but I would fucking love to have either one. I think that would be awesome. My current version of the dream car would probably be a gr86 with a K24 in it. Reason why I want a K24 over a K20 is simply put, I like bigger engine. Bigger engine makes me happy. I'm sorry? Okay, whatever. I know it has literally negative improvements because the fucking K20 can provide up to 1,000 horsepower if you do it right. I don't want 1,000 horsepower. That car can't support 1,000 horsepower. That thing fucking could probably barely support 600. Realistically, you put 300 in that car and I think it'll be happy. I think it'll start singing. You could make it track focused, put like a fucking front splitter and a wing and all that fun shit on it. Or you fucking you turn it into a drift car, like fucking 300 horsepower, perfect amount to fuck with it, right? 300 horsepower is the perfect amount to fuck with it. Jesus. Sometimes I end up slurring my words together because I have sorry, the sniffles. I'm slurring my words a little bit, it seems. My bad. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so the gr86, in my opinion, is my favorite car in the world. I wouldn't say it's probably the best car in the world, but it's certainly my favorite. And I mean, it's got enough space in the trunk to have whatchamacallit. It's got enough space in the trunk to have 4 tires. They made sure that you'd be able to fit 4 tires in it. And that's something that the S2000 doesn't have. The S2000 does not support that much trunk space. That's fucking tiny. Even the fucking ND2 Miata doesn't have that kind of space, right? And so that's the reason why I think it's like better than the S2000, right? When you talk about as a package, I do think that. Alright, yeah, I mind it all. Coming back here thinking like I didn't mind it all, my bad. But I think I might end up boosting the bass of my voice a little bit, just to make me sound a little bit more. Just because basically, if you didn't know, little fun fact about us, the reason why your voice sounds different on camera or in a recording than it does in your head is because you don't just hear your voice, you feel its vibrations through your skull. Oh, that was nasty. And so whenever you And so whenever you speak, you hear yourself through your skull. And so your voice is going to sound a little bit bassier, a little bit different. And especially whenever I have my headphones on, man, it throws me off whenever I hear these videos. And I do watch my videos. I'll admit I have yet to watch a full video. Because I'm not editing it, but I will edit. I will definitely begin editing. Ah, you motherfucker. Alright. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't let fucking night persist for so long. I don't have any walls. I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of stone brick this time. On the floor, I want to go down a block. And then have a similar pattern to this. But yeah, with stone bricks. And then maybe have it go out in eighths instead of the quadrants. I think that'd be cool. Evidently, I would need more items. I might end up making a quarry over there or something. I'm definitely not opposed to making a quarry, but downside to making a quarry is that it takes a very long time, and it's just very monotonous work. I'm not against it. I've done it many times before, and I absolutely love the idea of just having a giant fucking hole in the ground, dude. I love it so much. And this is a bit higher up. You know what? Let's go grab the other 8. They're gonna pop out of that furnace. I know that this is wasting time at this point, but you know. And then like, fucking on the same point of Toyota, I'm gonna next time. Well, no, next time the topic is gonna be Audi, Volkswagen. Because I compiled a list of things I wanted to talk about. But the one after that is gonna be Toyota versus Honda, because my best friend, his favorite car company in the world is Honda. And then Porsche. I'm not much of a Porsche fan. I think they're excellent driver's vehicles. It's incredible what they've been able to do with them. To push that kind of a formula, as far as it has been pushed, is nothing short of incredible. And anyone who thinks otherwise is simply, well, wrong. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit fanboy, but like, think about it. These cars are... Sorry about that. Had to get some. These cars are rear engine, rear wheel drive. What that means is that all the weight... What is that? That's nothing. I'm fucking being silly. But no, all the weight is on the rear axle. Now, I haven't looked at the... they might have a disconnected transmission. It's unlikely, though, considering the fact that they are... rear-wheel drive, rear engine. And so what that ends up meaning is I lost one. Yeah, right here. All the weight's in the back. Whenever you have your weight in the back, you basically don't really have very much. Basically, the reason why front-rear drive cars are better in corners at low speeds and low horsepower is because their engine's in the front, and they have more power to the weight allows them to have more grip in the front. And so if your engine's in the front and your weight's in the front, the weight over the wheels grants them more control over how the car steers, and they can turn inwards into a corner far better than a rear-wheel drive car can, because they're not exceeding the grip of the tires. When you're not exceeding the grip of the tires, if you have power matching where you're using that power, namely the steering, then you can fucking turn better than basically anything else. Front wheel drive cars are the best handling cars at low horsepower. At high horsepower, that is very different because, simply put, you exceed the limit of the grip, and so something begins giving. And with rear wheel drive cars, because you have the rear tires handling the acceleration and the front tires handling the grip, you can take much tighter corners at that limit of that grip than a front wheel drive car could. And then you get into like mid-engine, which is the weight transfer right in the middle of the car, which means that you one thing that Porsches don't really ever have to worry about is acceleration, right? Like I said before, where the weight is, if it's the back over the wheels, then they're going to accelerate very good because that's where that power is. That's where that weight is, and so it can control it far easier. Might not turn in better, but it can accelerate really well. But the Porsche managed to make them accelerate. Nice. Not just accelerate. No, they managed to make them handle really good. And so I do have a lot of respect for that. I mean, they're absolutely beautiful cars. But I am a simpleton, and Monkey Brain likes the rear-wheel drive fucking front-engine cars. Honestly, I think that the Vulcan AMR Pro is an incredibly cool car. I somewhat prefer front-engine vehicles a little bit to mid-engine vehicles, namely because it seems like it's so much harder to work on mid-engine vehicles. Right? You don't really ever see anyone working on a mid-engine vehicle on their own unless they fucking love the shit out of it and have the tools. And otherwise, they're doing it with a shop like that they own, or they're paying a shop to do it for them, which is a shame. But ooh, to the right somewhere. Ooh, I wonder if you guys have differential hearing. You probably don't have left and right hearing on that. I'll have to work on that. Get fucking left and right audio while having my audio input capture be neutral. I know there's a way to do that because otherwise I would be appearing in your left ears and not on your right. And every sound I make from my keyboard would be on your right. Basically, one thing I learned, according to that one video I watched, is that if you speak directly into a mic, whenever you like make sounds, it could, because you're blowing out air, if you're speaking directly into a mic, you it's gonna spike it. And one thing that definitely helps with that is a pop filter, which I do not have. But another thing is just turning it away. You have it turned a little bit away from you, and it's still within your line of your voice, right? It's just turned a little bit away so that it doesn't spike it. It just sounds like everything else. It sounds much better. I don't want to give you guys... You know what? Alright, yeah, I'll give you an example. So if I were to speak directly into the camera, microphone, I don't know if that came across very well. Because I do have changed settings. Man, I'm fucking going crazy. But yeah, no. Another thing I want to talk about is that apparently Toyota's been... There's rumors about Toyota thinking about leaving the super contract with BMW and making their own engine. I think that Toyota is already kind of has an engine very capable of being a successor to the 2JZ. Because hear me out. It is, the fucking... Alright, so let's look at the 2JZ engine. If I remember correctly, if memory recalls, it's a 3.2 liter inline 6 with sequential turbos. I'm not too much of a fan of sequential turbos, but that's because I'm a simple guy. I like the idea of pressing a throttle and things go. I don't like things not going until the fucking computer says they go. And I get that no matter what, computer's gonna say they go, whenever it comes to certain things, but I like the idea of turbo now, yes. Instead of wait, okay now, you know? Fucking, I can't believe I just said that. Fucking, my description's obviously top tier. But I don't think sequential turbos are anything to scoff at or anything. They're certainly a very powerful tool. And it is very almost saddening that our technology is getting so good that we don't need them anymore. I only say saddening because they whatchamacallit, excuse me, ooh, that must have been loud, I'm sorry. These turbos are spinning up so fast, you know, that Bugatti EV110 was absolutely what's new? Nothing's new. I have nothing. Oh right, I came up because my pickaxe broke. But that thing had quad turbo. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I think had quad turbos though. Absolutely incredible. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a 15 diameter circle. If I do 25, it's going to go up by 5 in each direction. So it'd be like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's a bit short, ain't it? What if I did it by 10? What? Oh. Alright, I thought I hit something there. I didn't think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah. Alright, could I go through here? Because it was just selecting the ground. 10. You know what? Yeah, I actually really like that. Alright. Alright. I'll go over here. Go out by 10. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And then... yeah. Alright. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And then just to double check, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. And then we'll just keep on doing that again, right? I'm sorry, my monkey brain makes me count. You know what? I can just go to 49. But oh, I am so sorry. Luckily, they have the maxed out, so it probably, hopefully, wasn't too loud for you guys, because I have the max capacity at -1 decibels. Oh, right. So, fucking super engine. I'm so sorry, man. Fucking ADHD is really kicking in hard today. I don't actually know if I have ADHD. It's been theorized, but I have never gotten a full diagnosis, so I'm not going to say whether I do or do not. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Alright, let's start chopping down trees. Alright, and then I went out 10 in each direction. So that makes 20, 15. That's going to be 20 plus 15, right? I'm fucking stupid. That's 35. Okay, that's 35. I've learned that if I call myself fucking stupid, I end up thinking faster. probably not the healthiest way to go about things, but like, because it gives me a second to think about it. But it also simplifies it because I'm calling myself stupid for some reason. I just picked that back up. Whatever. Alright, but yeah, no, so, you start looking at things like, okay, if it's in the 3.2 liters, that's, let's ignore that. Actually, no. So let's look at what engines Toyota has right now. Toyota has the GR Corolla engine, is an absolutely incredible engine. It's a 3-cylinder. That's, if I remember correctly, about 3 liters. I actually don't remember. There's no way it's fucking 3 liters. That's fucking huge for a 3-cylinder. Alright, please give me a second. I can't believe I'm doing this right here. Alright, Googling it. Alright. GR Corolla specs. Let's look up that one. Damn it, probably should have given a year. Alright, let's give the year. Alright, in 2023, GR Corolla specs. Alright, there we go. No, I was wrong. It's a 1.6 liter. That's why I'm so excited. It's a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder turbo. Think about that. That makes 300 horsepower. Now, granted, the original Supra made fucking like, I say original. The Mark IV Supra made like fucking 275 because of the gentleman's agreement between the Japanese automotive groups. But if you want to get rid of this BMW partnership, you take 2 GR Corolla engines, fucking, you don't weld them together, but weld them together. But no, if you literally just take every part, apart from the, I can't believe I just said that, aside from the ones that can't be, that have to be extended, right? But you make them with the same quality. If you basically just strap 2 GR Corolla engines together, you get a 3.2 liter inline 6 twin turbo. You can modify that to be sequentially turboed if you want, but you don't technically have to. But this thing, from what I've heard, is incredibly good at picking up at compounding boost and fucking gaining horsepower, like upwards of fucking 500 I've been hearing. And so if you want some tunability and shit, I'm sorry, I keep on moving the mouse because I'm fucking fidgeting my leg. But yeah, you'd have a 3.2 liter inline 6 because 2 3-cylinders, twin turboed, fucking 600 horsepower monster. The current Supra makes about 5, and so you'd have an increase in horsepower if you wanted to, or you could diminish it to make the boost and increase in horsepower that much better. And I don't know, man. I think Toyota already has like the parts laid out for them. They already have the formula laid out there for them. Like, hey, if you want a fucking good engine that isn't reliant on other companies, everything is here laid out before you. There you are. Found you. Hello. That's cool. But I think that's cool. Wait. Oh, you're the one that's not too good at jumping. You're decently fast though, so I still like you. Where's the other one? But I don't know, man. I just think it's cool. And then look at yeah, the reason why I say get away from BMW is just because I hate BMW right now, man. Yeah, BMW's been raising up a pretty bad stigma lately, and I don't like BMW because they just seem to hate their customers, dude. I think I talked about it in a previous video, but that's a sheep. So I bring one fucking horse up, and then the other one just ups and disappears. What the fuck? Oh, hi! Alright, I mean, I guess that's fine. But, what's this? Oh. I kind of want to put some stairs in here, too. Just take out the entire bottom and just put in some stairs. I think that'd be nice. One thing I would really like to do is once I start going to the nether, some of that, the nether bricks. Yeah, that would be awesome, I think. Is there one in here? Ah, forgot one. Not bad. It's almost night. Let's, start going into this guy. I'm gonna make sure that I can actually fucking get back out, though. Ooh. Alright. Go into my one block. There we go. But, you know. So, they can get in... Right, I've already said this before. Fucking, I just keep on going in circles now with my fucking brain. But, and then, there's also the Corolla. I think that's perfectly fine. I think the, gr86 is perfectly fine too, but I think it'd be nice for them to develop a 4-cylinder engine as well. They actually did end up a little bit back. They were testing the durability of the engines of the Corolla, the GR Corolla, and they put them in gr86s. They made like 5 of them. Not really for sale or anything. It was just a testing thing that they did, but I thought that was pretty cool because it's basically, you know, 300 horsepower versions of my favorite car in the world. So it's just like, fuck yeah, bro. That's awesome. There we go. But yeah, I think that's cool. I think Toyota is probably one of my favorite car companies in the world. Probably number 2, if not number 1. It's kind of competing for number 1 with the Audi Volkswagen company, which is why that's going to be my second topic. Because the Audi Volkswagen company is actually fucking huge. But I want to get into that next time. Holy moly, it's been 48 minutes? Alright, yeah, shoot. Okay. Next time, I think... Let's see. Alright, next time, I'm gonna start building out the, circle for the outer ring of this guy. Obviously 64 is not nearly enough for a fucking big-ass circumference. I do understand that. I want to, obviously talk about Audi Volkswagen because it's a huge fucking company, one of my favorites. It's gonna be a bigger episode too. Like, it'll probably end up being like an hour and a half or something. I wanna maybe get... Oh god, a kid's up. Alright, I actually gotta go take care of that too. But I'm gonna go start a quarry probably over there or something. I'm thinking of starting with something that's like probably 15 by 15 blocks. The next time I break an iron pickaxe, I think I'm gonna switch to diamond. And I wanna take a bucket down there so we can start mining some obsidian and get ourselves a where are the horses? I don't know where the horses are. I know the ones right here. But how good is your jumps? Oh, you're the good one. Good. Yeah, one of these is good at jumps, the other one is not. Fucking like Agent Smith up in this shit. I've got to get out of this place. Humans are a disease. Fucking, I think humans are pretty cool, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah. Progress on the base, all that fun stuff. I kind of want to take these out of the floor. But yeah, that's the plans for next time. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Whenever it comes to improvements of my setup, whenever I get paid, I think I'm going to buy Filmora, and for the most part, I just want to add a beginning and an ending. And anything I remember, to, fuck. Like, ooh, new soundtrack. I'll use, this is the Relaxing Aquarium soundtrack from Soothing Scene. I'll use this one next time, huh? How about that? But, completely lost track of what I'm saying. Oh, right, I want to add an ending in the beginning, and then in the future, I want to be able to cut out bad sounds. You know, like I was fucking sniffling a lot in this episode, and then if I could also, get rid of the time I knocked over the mic and stuff like that, you know, this whenever I started coughing. I think that'd be really nice. I can't really do that right now. I'm thinking of buying Filmora, Wondershare Filmora. I've seen a few free editing softwares, but they're not really scratching that itch, and I've worked a little bit with Filmora in the past, but then I ended up just deleting those videos, and I'm really not a fan of the watermark that Filmora leaves. Like, I'm such a non-fan that I would literally rather end up fucking posting videos to the internet unedited, which of course is absolutely horrible for attention, but I do know that there's theoretically an audience out there for that, because there's an audience for VODs. It's just really, really small, you know? It's not very significant by any standards. I forgot this is Enchanted. That's hilarious. Alright, well, Jesus, they hate staying up here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I do understand that this is going to start peaking very largely over these areas. I think it'd be nice to have a cool basement, like a dome area almost. And obviously it won't be a perfect sphere, but that's fine. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to end up restarting that Relaxing Aquarium Soothing Scenes video. I've been told that my friends that live, let's see, where are the coordinates? Over yonder, have upgraded the living space. And so the next time I see you guys, there might be another jump. Because, simply put, I'm gonna go check that out. And so I might have a few more things. We might have done a couple of things on that. I'll try to do as little as possible, just follow them around, but you know, they're not very good at the game, and so if I end up helping them kill some shit, or they're just struggling, stuff like that, if they want me to help them mine, I'm gonna oblige them. I apologize. I just want to be a good friend, even if it ends up sacrificing some of my content. If you can even call this shit content, I guess. You know what? I have a lot of cherry logs. Let's toss one on the fire, huh? Alright. Have a good day. I hope you guys have a good fucking rest of your day. I love y'all even if I don't know y'all. I think I'm gonna stick with that one. I feel a little bit uncomfortable about it, but realistically speaking, I do understand the fact that if y'all are willing to stick with me for 45 minutes an episode, then y'all must really fucking care, or at the very least, you're intent on listening to what I have to say. And that makes me happy, and I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I love y'all, and I hope I see y'all again.